Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Priya Hassan, and here's the first video we have in our series of AstroBits, which is basically going to be on astro news and info. And this is part of the Chekumuki, so we'll have the articles along with these videos. I'm showing you the screen of the article itself, which I'm submitting. So we know that we're all going back to the moon, and Apollo 11 moon landing in 1969 was actually the beginning of moon exploration and when actually man landed on the moon. So Apollo was followed by 6 further trips to the moon, 5 of which landed successfully, 12 men walked on the surface. But somehow in 1970, after the moon landing, future Apollo missions were cancelled. And Apollo 17 became the last crewed mission to the moon for an indefinite number of time. It took place, it was about a 12-day mission, broke many records, but somehow the moon mission was then cancelled. There was no more interest left in the moon. And this is basically because moon missions are very, very expensive. But now we realize that there's a time when we need to return to the moon because we have only explored a few chosen sites of the moon. There are a large number of questions waiting to be answered. Then there's the South Pole, which is also very interesting. And this is going to be our standpoint for any other future missions. Therefore, we need to definitely go back to the moon. But you see that landing on the moon is still difficult. Even now in 2024, after so many years of the moon landing, it has been difficult. So basically only 6 international space agencies have reached the moon with uncrewed missions, and only 5 have managed to have soft landings. Basically the Soviet Union, Intercosmos, NASA, China, ISRO, and now latest is Japan, JAXA. So you know that the USA is majorly back to the moon with the Artemis program, which is the sequel to the Apollo program. It has already completed its first stage, which is Artemis 1, launched from Kennedy Space Center. And after that, basically what it did is it returned back to the Earth, it re-entered the Earth's atmosphere. And after this, it's going to be followed by Artemis 2 and Artemis 3 mission, where you'll actually have crewed lunar landings. And that's the big plan that the USA has for the moon. The Soviet Union, actually, the first landing on the moon, if you go back in time, the first landing was what called a hard landing. In the sense you kind of hit the moon, it's like an impact. And this actually took place in 1959. The Soviet Union did it, and then the US did it with Ranger 4 in 1962. And various programs have been there where you've actually had hard landings. For example, even India had Chandrayaan 1, which was basically a hard landing. Okay, and the Chinese lunar orbiter Chang'e also executed a controlled crash in 2009. But there were a whole bunch of these hard landings, after which then people actually planned on soft landings. But 2 organizations, other than the space company missions, the large ones, 2 organizations, there was an Israeli organization, Space IL, with their Bereshet spacecraft, and a Japanese company called iSpace Hakuto R. Both these missions failed in their soft landings. ISRO actually did, you very well remember, just last year, ISRO managed Chandrayaan 3 module, which was a soft landing on the South Pole region, which was something very, very difficult. And that was something that we were very proud of. And now very recently, just last week, the Japanese, they actually had a lander on the moon called SLIM, which is a smart lander for investigating the moon. It actually did a soft landing. Oh, but only just to give you an idea of how difficult this is, the SLIM actually went into the trans-lunar orbit sometime in December 2023 and landed on the moon. But we can see that even in spite of that, when it landed, something went wrong, due to which the lander, the solar panels are not pointing towards the sun. So now it is working only on battery power, which was fully drained on the day it landed. And now what they hope is that as the sun moves, probably some sunlight can fall on the solar panels, with which the mission will come up alive again. So that's why the Japanese, though they are happy that they did manage a soft landing, they are quite unhappy that they have to wait for the lander to wake up when, if hopefully some sunlight falls on it and it charges it again. It has costed the Japanese about almost $121 million. And you can see that with the complexity of this, that you can see that we definitely have to go a long way in lunar explorations. It's still a difficult job, but there'll be many more interesting things happening, and I hope you'll hear about it very soon.